Hello and welcome to Rickster's Realm. I'm Ricky. Today I'm going to be reading from this intuitive oracle deck, and the reading today is going to be all about what is most likely to happen if you do whatever it is that you're contemplating. Okay, I will have the timing figured out in the description box below, so you can just skip ahead to whichever section of the reading you're most drawn to. I'm going to begin with group number 1. If you chose the first section, welcome to the reading. Just going to shuffle my little heart out here for a moment, and then we'll see what type of messages come through for you. Okay, let's see here. Group number 1. What is most likely to happen if you do what you're contemplating? Okay, I'm going to pull a couple more and then I'll get chatting about it. Okay, let's see here. If you do whatever it is that you're contemplating doing, I feel there's potential for there to be drama surrounding you or your life or whatever it would be linked and connected to. Yeah, there's a feeling here. Okay, let me backpedal. Whatever it is that you're contemplating doing, group number 1, I'm wondering if there's something going on here where I almost feel like someone's just trying to distract themselves. There's a feeling here too of whatever it is that you're contemplating doing. It feels like something's being shifted on the priority list. Or again, I don't know if that's linked into, I feel someone just trying to distract themselves. It's a feeling of someone, whatever someone's contemplating doing. I wonder if there's a million other things that you need to be focusing on, or again, putting time, energy, and effort towards. Because I feel like whatever is going on here and how that energy is being channeled, it feels that, okay, let me backpedal. It could be that whatever comes of this situation, that there's something very distracting about it. But I'm feeling this is more like kind of the current energy, right? That someone is maybe going about things in the way that they are to distract themselves. Let's see, what else am I getting here? Yeah, I think you need to ask yourself why you're even doing what you're doing or contemplating doing it. Like, what's the real reason behind it? Because something's going on here to where for some of you, it might be that if you actually dissect it and break it down, it doesn't make any sense. It does. I just feel like to whatever's going on here, okay, how do I word this? What I'm getting, it's something along the lines of like, if someone was to make a recipe and you're just kind of throwing a little bit of this and a little bit of that in there, it's probably not going to turn out to really be anything that you're going to enjoy. That's what I'm getting. I feel like, I don't know if someone is just, again, maybe just kind of wanting to, again, get out of their current circumstances or distract themselves. So they're just kind of, I don't know, just going about things in any type of way just to change whatever they've got going on right now. But I'm wondering if, again, whatever you're contemplating doing, if it's something that hasn't really been thought out. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like, again, if you go about doing whatever it is that you're contemplating, I feel like, again, something that sits high on the priority list, or that should be maybe sitting higher on the list, that's not going to be the case anymore, or just something along those lines where I feel that things get just switched up and shifted a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. Those are the messages that I'm getting. I'm going to pull one more card to kind of wrap up the first section here. What is most likely to happen if you do what you're contemplating? Again, before I pull the other card, ultimately, I mean, this is your life, your decisions, go about them however you want. But I just cannot help but feel with the energy I get with these cards, I almost feel like someone's creating more of a mess. Like, I feel like if you go ahead to do what you're contemplating, I don't know, it's just a feeling that whatever you're hoping to get out of it, that I don't know if it's really going to play out that way. And not only that, but it might be where it just creates other issues, or just kind of clouds things, or again, just that feeling of drama kind of being thrown into the mix. Like, there's just a feeling here of just unnecessary, like, energy or just negativity, something like that. Where I feel like, again, if you are to go about things in a certain way, or really kind of dissect this and figure out why you even want to go about things the way that you're contemplating, you might be able to really kind of sidestep, a lot of this energy that I feel. Let's see what else we get here. Okay, so I'm linking this in with this card here, where I feel like things would shift and change, right? When it comes to just your priorities, just kind of the things that are important to you, your responsibilities, something along those lines. There's a feeling that, again, if you do what you're contemplating, that something needs to be eliminated. Yeah, so I don't know, like, kind of the overall outcome I feel here, if you do what you're contemplating, I think something that maybe, again, has been on that list, or, plays a significant part in your life, would need to be eliminated, cut away, changed in, I think, a major type of way. And there's just something here about distraction. So I just feel like you need to be very clear with yourself of why it is that you're wanting to go about things the way that you are. Be honest with yourself, right? Are you just trying to distract yourself? Or again, this could be picking up on, again, if you do what you're contemplating, how it all plays out. It just could be where it's kind of a messy situation until the energies kind of settle a little bit, is another thing. And again, it could be that whatever you're contemplating maybe gets people talking. Okay, that's another message I'm getting with that card there. Ultimately, I feel with these cards is that I think if you're very clear in your intentions, you know exactly like what it is you're doing, why you're wanting to go about it that way. If you look at things to where it's like, okay, even if no one else can wrap their head around it and it doesn't make sense to them, and they're questioning you on your priorities and how you go about things, again, if this ultimately makes sense for you, well, too bad for everyone else, but again, you need to be honest with yourself as far as, are you just trying to distract yourself? Are you going to be potentially just making a larger mess, for yourself that needs to be cleaned up? Yeah, so those are the messages that I'm getting there for group number 1. So I hope you enjoyed that section of the reading. I'm going to go on to group number 2. Okay, so welcome, group number 2. Let's get into this. Just going to shuffle these up a little bit, and we'll find out what is most likely to happen if you do whatever it is that you're contemplating. Okay, let's see here. Group number 2. What is most likely to happen if you do whatever it is that you're contemplating? Okay, I'm going to pull a couple more and then I'll get rambling on about them. What is going on here? Okay, what is most likely to happen if you do what you're contemplating? Okay, the energy feels quite intense or shocking. So whatever it is that you're contemplating doing, I don't know if this is something that you feel that you have a strong emotional connection to or reaction to when it comes to whatever that thing is, or if that's how other people are going to react to whatever it is that you're contemplating doing. No matter how we look at this, someone is feeling very intense emotions linked into this, is what I'm getting. There's a lot of creative energy here and a lot of passion, and definitely emotional energy. There's something here. Yeah, what is most likely to happen if you do what you're contemplating? Okay, couple messages here. There's something here where I feel like someone is either going to be speaking their mind, or that they're feeling very confident, sure of themselves, passionate, like they just have a lot of energy and desire for someone or something. And I feel like the energy, it feels it does, it just feels so strong and potent. I feel like nothing's going to be able to kind of dilute the energy, is what I'm getting. But there could be some things, because again, talking about what's most likely to happen if you do what you're contemplating, I do feel that there is a possibility for, again, group 2 to go about doing whatever it is that they want to do. And I'm not sure if you may be met with some type of, I don't know if I want to say resistance, but just of someone maybe not fully wanting you to express yourself, or to shine, or to be as confident as what you are, or to feel that sure of yourself in whatever this is linked to. But ultimately what I get is how I was saying in the beginning, how I just feel like someone has such a strong emotional connection, bond, or reaction to someone or something. I feel like nothing can change that. So even if whatever you're contemplating doing, even if you feel that you're not getting 100% support from people or whoever would be linked and connected to this, I feel like it doesn't phase you. It doesn't negatively affect anything. Yeah, there's just something. Yeah, what is most likely to happen if you do what you're contemplating? There's just a feeling here of you being able to have your desired outcome, like for things to play out how you want. But I don't know. The energy feels so like kind of forceful. So I don't know what that's all about. That could just be linked into how I'm feeling someone would react, right, to whatever this is, or kind of the emotion behind it. Yeah, group number 2, whatever it is that you're contemplating doing, I don't know if this is something that sets your soul on fire, but it does. It just feels like, for some of you, it does. I feel like it just affects you on all levels or something like that, but in such a wonderful way. Like you're so passionate about this, or there's a very strong emotional connection. It's a feeling of being very confident and secure in yourself and linked into whatever this is. I'm going to pull another card. Let's see what else we get. Group number 2, what is most likely to happen if you do what you were contemplating? Okay. This one wanted to jump out too, so I'll take both of them. Yes, let's see here. What is most likely to happen if you do what you're contemplating? I feel there's going to be, what is going on here? Something about emotional healing, but something with these cards here, again, picking up on a similar message where I feel like there may be someone linked into whatever it is that you're contemplating doing that maybe is not 100% supportive, or just not matching your energy to the same level or degree, is what I'm getting. But there's something here about you rising above any challenges or difficulties. I even feel like whatever it is that you're contemplating doing, I feel like, again, even if there is a little bit of a setback or something, that plays out not exactly to your liking, I feel like, you wouldn't sit in any negative energy, any sadness for long at all. Like, it's a feeling here that, again, even if anything was to play out that's not quite right or how you want it to be, I just feel like, I don't know, 2 seconds later, you're like, okay, well, that's enough of that sad energy. Let's carry on to being happy again. There's just something, because you're so passionate about whatever this is linked and connected to. I feel like that nothing and no one can really bring you down or affect it. But it's weird though, because I feel like the energy surrounding you is so powerful and intense that it feels like that potential is there, right? For it to be where maybe, again, if it didn't turn out to your liking, that it would affect you on such a deep level emotionally. But there's just something here where I just feel like, however you are thinking and feeling about a person or a situation, that's whatever energy you would be met with that's not in alignment with that again, it seems more on the negative side. I feel like your energy just surpasses that it's like, okay, you're not matching my energy, on to the next thing, something better. That's what I'm getting. Okay. Another little quick message here for some of you, okay? There is a slight chance that it could play out in such a way that, again, whatever you're super passionate about, that you have that emotional connection to, that you could put yourself out there, do whatever it is you're contemplating, again, not be met with the energy, reaction, outcome that you want. And it very well could be that it does bother you, right? That you're very sensitive to it because it does mean so much to you. But what I'm getting with these cards, though, again, this feeling that your energy, it's so great and powerful that I feel that, again, like you could get yourself out of that difficult energy or manipulate the energy in such a way that you still come out on top, or that the outcome is what you want, or as close to that as possible. Yeah, I just feel like, again, if something did play out that's not to your liking, to not let it limit you. That's what I'm getting. Okay, so those are the messages for group number 2. I hope you enjoyed that section of the reading, and I'm going to go on to group number 3. Okay, so welcome group number 3 to the reading. I'm just going to shuffle these cards up a little bit, and we'll see what is most likely to happen if you do whatever it is that you're contemplating. See here, group number 3. Okay, I'm gonna pull a couple more cards and then I'll get rambling on about the messages. Okay, what is most likely to happen if you do what you are contemplating? Okay, let's see here. Okay, what is most likely to happen if you do what you're contemplating? Okay, I'm just going to say the immediate message that came to me when these cards came up. Okay, group number 3. I have a feeling, and again, this might not be for everyone, but the message just came through so clearly. I have a feeling that someone may be contemplating doing something that has the potential to severely hurt, damage, ruin a person, a connection, a situation, something like that. I feel this is stemming from very immature perspective, behavior, just attitudes, something like that, approach to a situation. And there's, again, just messages here of lies, rumors, gossip, drama, toxic energy, just a lack of clarity, like someone clouding a situation. I'll even take it as far as someone intentionally making a situation worse. Yeah, the energies here are, I don't know, they're not good. Yeah, I don't know. This card here, the messages linked to it, I don't know, they're very challenging. What is most likely to happen if you do what you're contemplating? Okay. I will put this message out there. And this is a type of situation where you need to be extremely honest with yourself to know kind of which side of this you fall under. There is a chance that someone is contemplating doing something that, how do I word this? That yes, does have the potential to severely hurt someone, damage a connection, a situation, something like that. But that it's not intentional, okay? It may be viewed as very immature and again, maybe have a lot of people talking, like that sort of thing. So that message is coming through as well. But even, I don't know, even with that message, I still just immediately feel like I want to say there probably is another way, like a better way of going about it, just something where you really lessen the chance of, I don't know, really wounding someone or something. Because what I get with this card, it's, again, really, I guess, depending on the severity of things, it is what it is, but I don't take this card lightly. That's what I get. The energy linked into it, it just seems to be the effects of it could be quite long lasting, is what I'm getting, to how someone would go about something. The energy linked into this, again, if you're to do what you're contemplating and things are to turn out, again, in a bad way, it's not a type of situation where you can just go to someone and say, hey, like, I'm sorry. Like, that's not going to cut it. It's a lot more challenging and difficult. So I feel like maybe whatever it is you're contemplating doing, maybe if you're looking at it from a surface level or in an oversimplified way, it might seem like a very simple thing, right? No, it's no big deal. I'll just, do this and then this will happen and everything will be wonderful. But I don't know. There's a lot going on here that I think you really need to look at. And I don't know. The energy, it just feels just very, very heavy and dense and just not fun to deal with. Let's see what else comes through. Okay, let's see here. Group number 3. What is most likely to happen if you do what you're contemplating? Okay, so whatever it is you're contemplating doing, I'm wondering if it's linked and connected to a soulmate type of connection or bond that you have with someone. I do feel that if you do whatever it is you're contemplating doing, again, if you know that your heart is in the right place and that you're not going about things in an immature, selfish way, that it's just, again, to maybe however you want to go about something, it's because you do feel so connected to someone. Okay, so I do get a soulmate-y type of vibe here with this card. But when it comes to, again, what's most likely to happen if you do what you're contemplating, it feels like a little bit of a roller coaster ride. The energy, it feels like it fluctuates a lot. It's very up and down. It's all over the place. I feel like if you do what you're contemplating, I think the good aspects of it are going to be amazing. But the low points, probably not going to feel too good. So for some of you, like the energy, it feels kind of drastic. Like I feel like whatever you're contemplating doing, I'm not sure if it's something that just would kind of flip your world upside down, or if this is linked into something that you feel is going to bring more excitement into your world, something like that. But I do feel that you need to tread carefully here though, and not, it's weird because I feel with this card that this could have a type of energy linked into it that almost kind of tempts you to act kind of hastily, right? And you just want to act, just so quickly towards this energy, because I do feel that you probably feel very attracted to someone or something, right? To whatever this is linked and connected to. I don't know, the potential is so high for there to be a lot of pain and hurt come about based on your actions, is what I'm getting. Okay, I do want to make it very clear, though, that if you know your heart's in the right place, linked into whatever it is that you're contemplating doing, and you know that it's something that, again, however you want to go about things, to what truly resonates with you, again, might put you on a path, right, that ends up hurting someone else. Again, if you know that your intentions are good and you're going about things in the best way possible, then the message I'm getting is for you to keep reminding yourself of that, right? That it's to not get yourself stuck in this type of energy. Again, if you know that you're going about this in the best way possible, because then really the message I get with that is you can't make everyone happy, right? There's going to be times where it just can't play out that way. But yeah, it just feels a little bit chaotic here, the energy linked in here to group number 1. But yeah, those are the messages coming through. I hope you enjoyed that section of the reading, and I'm going to go on to group number 4. Okay, so welcome, group number 4, to the reading. Just going to shuffle these up a little bit, and then we'll see what is most likely to happen if you do whatever it is that you're contemplating. Okay. Grab a couple more cards and then I'll get chatting about it. Okay, let's see here. What is most likely to happen if you do what you are contemplating? Okay, let's see here. If you do what you are contemplating, group number 4, it's kind of a weird message. There could be something that, again, if you do what you're contemplating, it could lead to jealousy. Like it could lead to someone, I guess just feeling jealous within that circumstance. But I can't help but think that for some of you, I'm wondering if whatever it is you're contemplating doing is actually stemming from a place of jealousy on your end of it. Okay, that again, maybe you don't like how you're feeling within your circumstances, something like that. And so the action that you're contemplating taking is in the hopes of getting you out of that energy. You'll know kind of obviously which category you fall under, but yeah, there's just something here of, I don't know, I feel jealousy linked into how someone is expressing themselves. There's something here about, explain it. What is most likely to happen if you do what you're contemplating? How do I explain what I'm getting here? Yeah, there's something here about, I feel whatever this is whatever this is linked and connected to, I do feel that there's an emotional connection there. What else am I getting here? And someone feeling very sensitive is what I'm getting. Like there's something here about, I almost feel like someone knows what's going to happen before it happens. Yeah, what else am I getting here? What is most likely to happen if you do what you're contemplating? I feel like you have a strong intuition. Like there's a feeling here that you already know what's going to happen. Okay, I'm going to pull another card. I don't know what else the message is. Let me see. Okay. With these 2 cards here, it very well could be that whatever it is you're contemplating doing, that it is something that truly resonates with you and that you're going to be going about it in a very authentic way. And I don't know if there's something linked into this that, again, leads to jealousy, but it's just because you're actually like following something that means something to you. Let's see what else we get here. Yeah, what is going on here? What is most likely to happen if you do what you're contemplating? Okay. This is a really weird reading. I don't know what the heck's going on here. There's a feeling here of, okay, I don't know if someone is contemplating doing whatever it is that they want to do in the hopes of getting someone to like them or accept them, or to make someone jealous. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Are you trying to make someone jealous? What is going on here? Yeah, trying to get someone to notice you or follow you, or I don't know if this is linked and connected to someone that maybe there has been some difficulty in a connection with someone and you're wanting to go about things in a way to like switch up that energy, or I don't know. The weird thing I get with this card, it's a type of message of someone that normally kind of has a more harsh, abrasive energy or approach to them. It's a feeling of them kind of softening that approach and I don't know, like dealing with someone in, I don't know, a more gentle way or something like that. Like they're just kind and nice when normally, again, they might have a more kind of reactive or negative kind of side to them. So I don't know if that's happened and now whatever it is you're contemplating doing, again, is in the hopes of getting out of that energy, but there's something thrown in here about jealousy. And then, yeah, someone wanting to just express themselves very openly and freely. Okay, I'm actually going to pull another card for that section there, because I just feel like there's more messages that want to come out, but I don't know. Group number 4, what is most likely to happen if you do what you're contemplating? Emotional healing. Yeah, whatever it is you're contemplating doing is definitely going to affect you on an emotional level. I don't know, I can't help but feel that for group number 4, that again, whatever you're contemplating doing, I'm wondering if it's because you're already sitting in this energy. For some of you, I'm wondering if your heart's been broken or you're still healing from a difficult situation or something like that, or that, I don't know, maybe for some of you, yeah, like you're feeling jealous about something. And so that's kind of like fueling your decisions. Do you know what I mean? For some, it may be kind of feeling like it's bleeding into other areas or aspects of your life. Yeah, there's something going on here where I actually feel like the focus and the energy I feel should be actually turned inward. But yet, to how some of the cards are, it just feels more like an external thing. So for some of you, again, like whatever it is you're contemplating doing, I don't know if whatever you're contemplating doing is actually in the hopes of healing, fixing, dealing with something that's actually just an internal thing that maybe you're struggling with. But again, instead of turning that energy inward, you're just kind of, I don't know, like pushing this energy outward, or feeling like you need to say this or say that, or go about things in a certain way. Yeah, I don't know. There's some strong message here of jealousy. I don't know exactly what that's linked into. Yeah, I'm going to do one more for that reading. I just feel like there's still something else that wants to come through. Group number 4. What is going on here? Yeah, what is most likely to happen if you do what you're contemplating? Okay. This is a really weird message, but I'm just going to put it out there. What I'm getting with these cards it's a kind of scenario where it's what I feel someone's contemplating doing. I wonder if it's in the hopes of being accepted or feeling like, I don't know, like that you're understood or something like that. Okay, what I'm getting with these cards, and again, this might not apply for everyone, but it's some type of message where I'm trying to think how I can come up with like a example. It's something where I feel like someone is, I don't know if I want to say being too forceful with like their energy or their opinion, but it's something along the lines of where someone, oh my God, it shouldn't be this hard. Okay, it's almost a type of situation where I feel someone else on the outside, maybe having a conversation with you, would say, okay, well, who are you trying to convince? Me or yourself? That's what I'm getting. There's a feeling here of someone being like, I don't know, again, expressing themselves, but doing it in a way that I feel it's too much. Like they just are emphasizing things or feeling like they need to prove themselves, right? That they'll be like, oh, well, like this is true because remember last week when I said this, or I posted this, or this other person heard me talk about this, so that makes it true. Like there's just something here of almost where like if it's a feeling here that if someone doesn't have someone else on their side or someone agreeing with them or believing them, that it's that feeling where they don't feel like sure enough of themselves or strong enough just within themselves and who they are and where they stand on any, situation. It's like there's a feeling here that someone doesn't feel strong enough to stand alone in who they are, their circumstances, what they want, who they are as a person. So it's a feeling of, I don't know, of trying to make someone believe something. But I feel like this is being presented in a very extroverted way, right? That it's, but the message I'm getting is that the more someone's like pushing that on someone, it can kind of be where the less believable it is, right? Because then it's kind of like, okay, well, why do you keep trying to convince me? Or it seems like you're maybe even trying to convince yourself because you keep kind of getting at whatever. And I don't know. I really hope I'm making sense. There's just something about this whole energy and whatever this is linked and connected to that I feel it doesn't need to be this complicated. Like I feel like someone is going about something in a difficult way, or in a way it feels showy. Like I feel like all of this could actually be dealt with in a more introverted manner, or more like behind the scenes, like type of situation. But I feel like someone feels like it needs to be where like everyone notices or something like that. So I don't know exactly what you've got going on here, pal number 4. I know this section of the reading is all over the place. I hope it makes sense. But that's what I'm getting. I just feel like, I don't know, it really doesn't have to be this way. What is most likely to happen if you do what you're contemplating? Yeah, okay. Another message too, group number 4, especially if whatever it is you're contemplating doing, if you know deep down inside this is stemming from, an emotional wound, something like that, and instead of really dealing with it and facing it and addressing it, that this is more like going about something in a way to kind of distract yourself or, cover up that wound and just move on. Something like that. But I feel like, I don't know, it's just something where I feel like these deeper issues need to be dealt with because, again, all this energy just feels so external. I don't know. That's the message coming through with that card. Okay, I hope that wasn't too painful to listen to. I was all over the place with that one. I'm going to go on to group number 5. Okay, so welcome group number 5 to the reading. I'm just going to shuffle these cards up a little bit and we'll see what type of messages come through for you. Let's see here. What is most likely to happen if you do whatever it is that you're contemplating? Okay, I'm going to pull a couple more and then I'll get chatting about them. Okay. Group number 5. What is most likely to happen if you do what you were contemplating? And we'll take that card. It just jumped right out. Okay. Let's see here. What is most likely to happen if you do whatever it is that you're contemplating? Okay. There is some element to the outcome that's unexpected. Okay, so I am getting that. There's something, I feel you're assuming something when it comes to the outcome. And I have a feeling that whatever it is that you're assuming about the situation, it's causing fear within you. I'm going to pull more cards and we'll see what happens. But yeah, I feel like your current energy kind of surrounding whatever it is you're contemplating doing, I think, yeah, has you feeling a bit fearful. With the message coming through where I feel like someone's assuming something, immediately the energy I'm getting with that, it feels, it doesn't feel heavy at all. Like, I feel like the fear is not justified is what I'm getting. But then we get this card here where I'm feeling like an unexpected type of energy, outcome, something like that coming through. And so I'm going to pull more cards and see, because then it's kind of a strange message, right? Because I'm all like, well, I feel like it's no big deal. Everything's fine. But if there's unexpected energy thrown into the mix, then, well, things could go any which way, right? So I'm going to see what else comes through with the cards. But I do feel like the fear that I feel is coming through, that it does seem blown out of proportion is what I'm getting. Let's see. So even if there was something that was to play out, right, that the outcome would have like a fearful element linked into it, I don't feel it would even be as bad as what, you know, maybe you'd be worried that it is. But let's see what comes through here. Yeah, what is most likely to happen if you do what you're contemplating? It feels like a new passion, a new spark, chemistry with someone or something, just feeling very attracted to someone or something. This could also be, also linked into like learning something new, or like taking on a new hobby, whatever this is linked and connected to. I feel like it's something that you are passionate about. Like there's a desire there. What is most likely to happen if you do what you are contemplating? Okay, I'm going to pull another card to clarify this one, because this can talk about, only having to do the easy or most desirable, enjoyable aspects of something. But the tricky thing is that whatever you're contemplating, whatever this is linked and connected to, if it is linked and connected to another person or maybe people in general, this can also talk about, again, that energy or situation being present. But if you're not receiving, you know, the positive side of that message, that means you're on the other side of it, which means you're doing the least desirable aspect of something. Or again, what would be, you know, viewed as a more negative aspect of something, you know, would fall in your lap, right? So I just want to see what else we get here. Cards are kind of going everywhere. Okay, let's see here. There's a couple different cards that jumped out as well. So Let's see here. What is most likely to happen if you do what you're contemplating? Okay. I do feel that things are going to be easier for you. Okay. So I do feel that you would be on, the happy end of, that situation there, to where, yeah, I feel that there could be something that comes about to where, what I get with this card here, it's about working smarter, not harder, finding an easier way to do something, just being clever, something along those lines. With these cards coming out, there's something here where if you do what you're contemplating, okay, I'm going to definitely backpedal a little bit on my earlier message where I was talking about the fear, right? And feeling like, oh, it's probably nothing. Don't get me wrong. I'm feeling the overall outcome here to be extremely positive and healing. I think there's something linked in here that can bring about emotional healing, to fix and repair something, that type of message is coming through. But with these two cards here, there's something very serious linked into whatever it is that you're contemplating doing. Like it feels extremely serious. And so it's weird with this card where I feel like someone's kind of assuming something. We've got an unexpected, kind of energy being thrown into the mix as well. There's a feeling here that if you do what you're contemplating, it very well could be that this kind of, it creates like a new starting point for you, or that whatever it is you're contemplating doing, it could be linked and connected to other things to where you gain crucial pieces of information, something where, another crucial piece of the puzzle, is placed there in front of you. You're able to see the bigger picture, something along those lines. Yeah, I just feel like, whatever's going on here, there's a feeling here that it's like you create this new beginning, a new starting point. And especially if things have been very difficult for you, again, there's a feeling here of being able, I don't know, things, again, it's like you're doing the most enjoyable aspects of something, or that you find an easier way of going about something. Yeah, and there's something here about, emotional healing. Okay, I'm gonna pull one more card for that section. Group number 5. What is most likely to happen? Okay, these jumped out, so we'll take them. Okay, what is most likely to happen if you do whatever it is you're contemplating? Okay, I'm wondering if, again, if you do what you're contemplating, if you know that is going to involve needing to have a difficult conversation with someone. Okay. I am linking this card back into the mix here as well. Whatever I feel kind of this difficult conversation is, again, it's something where I feel, again, crucial information is being brought to you, or just some type of conversation or something that you're having with someone that, there's very important information being brought to the table. I do feel that there is something linked and connected here that is not desirable, that feels kind of hurtful. This very well could be linked into whatever this conversation is that I feel are just kind of crucial little tidbits of information. Whatever that is, it feels like it's something that someone's not going to want to hear. What else am I getting? And okay, for some of you, that could be where the fear's coming from, right? Maybe right, that you have very important information that you need to share with someone. Maybe it's something just right from the beginning, it's going to create an argument, but there's something though going on here that no matter how difficult or challenging the energy or situation is, or what you feel needs to be expressed, that there's something here, that there's value there though. like there's value within that conversation or these pieces of information, something like that. I feel it helps get to the root issue of something. You're able like to again see like the bigger picture, something like that, if you do what you're contemplating. This very well could be too where if you do what you're contemplating, it could be a type of situation where it gets worse before it gets better. But no matter how we look at it, it does. It just feels like the energy gets to be where, I don't know, I feel like something's kind of setting your soul on fire and that things become easier in your world. That's what I'm getting. But with this card here, there is an unexpected element being thrown into the mix. So that makes me feel like there's an unpredictable kind of energy thrown in here as well, right? That's kind of like anything could happen, but these are pretty much the energies surrounding you. So yeah, those are the messages coming through for group number 5. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that section of the reading. And that's it. I'm going to go away now.